there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and we are here for another Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain, and looking forward to hopefully rounding off this 8th season with another piece of silverware. As you can see on screen, this is our kind of run through of the Champions League this year, and actually not done too badly. Last couple of years, scraped through like the semi-finals and the quarterfinals, but this year, dominant performances, really, to be fair, across the board. Now, if you are enjoying the series, why don't you go down there and hit that thumbs up button, follow it up by hitting the subscribe button as well, and then ticking that bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. We actually had the group of death, really, to be fair, in the Champions League this year. Barcelona, Inter and CSK Moscow, all our opponents. We beat Barcelona at home. We went on a 4-game winning streak here, beat Inter back-to-back. We then went to the new camp with a highly rotated side, already qualified, and yeah, we lost 2-1. But Enimar coming good and scoring the goal on the 23rd minute there, which was good to see from that youngster, and then rounded it off with a 5-0 win against Moscow. The first knockout round was against Atleti. We went to Madrid, drew 1-1, got that all-important away goal on the 14th minute. I think it was Griezmann the minute after, and Lewis Cook got sent off in that game as well. Came back to St James's Park and relatively easy win. Goals in the first 15 minutes kind of well and truly kind of killed that tie off completely. It was then an all-English affair against Liverpool, 4-0 on aggregate win. At home, we beat them 3-0. Andreas Larsson and Antonio Marin with the goals there. We then went to Anfield, and Dan Axel Zagadou scored the important away goal to put us through. He then scored the first goal against Benfica, again away from home, and then Teresiano scored the second goal within the first 15 minutes. Again, another sending off. Will Perry being sent off in that game, and then came back to St James's Park, and Moise Kean rounded off a good 3-1 aggregate victory and through to this final. Paris Saint-Germain, on the other hand, let's have a look at their schedule, see how they've done in this season's Champions League. Their group stage was Young Boys, Porto and Ajax, slightly easier than ours. Romped it, didn't lose a game in that one. Had a very difficult game in the first knockout round where they played Leverkusen. They beat them 3-1 away from home and actually lost the home leg 1-0. So, yeah, really tough affair there. Then went and absolutely battered Roma 8-0 on aggregate. Martial and Dembele really doing the damage in the quarter-final. And then an all-French affair in the semi-finals against Lyon. 1-0 away from home, so got that all-important goal. Kylian Mbappe scoring the goal with 15 minutes to go. And then at home at the Parc des Princes, 3-2. So narrowly going through, 4-2 on aggregate. And again, Mbappe and Neymar, the boys, to really do the business. That's how both teams have got to Old Trafford, have got to this Champions League final. Let's jump in. This is the team that's going to go up against Paris Saint-Germain. So 4-2-3-1 is where we're going. Rakitic in goal, Tellier, Pocone, Zagadou and Belal, Larsson and Teixeira in the middle of midfield, and Bolo on the right hand side, just a little bit more experience than Will Perry. Teresiano in behind Fetiart with Moise Kean on that left-hand side. Because we're in the final, we get 12 substitutes. The only person that's not making the subs bench is Lewis Cook. He's out injured for 7 days, anywhere between 7 days and 3 weeks. So he's not going to be called up for the national side with the World Cup coming in this year. But let's get into it. Let's see what Paris Saint-Germain have got to bring to Old Trafford. So 4-2-3-1 from Paris Saint-Germain, and as I can see from the starting lineup, no Kylian Mbappe, no Neymar. Huge for us, really, to be fair. They've got quite a few regens in their lineup, but Thiago Palista in goal, Elinaldo at right back, Varnier, Castillo and Digne are the back line. They've got Camaro and Jung, two really good wonder-kid central midfielders. Paulinho on the left, Dembele on the right, so massive danger on that right-hand side. João Felix in behind Borrachina, and yeah, really youthful side going into this final of the Champions League. On the bench, Neymar is there, but no Kylian Mbappe. Huge for us that Mbappe is not even on the bench. But the likes of Rafabao, Tete still, and then a bunch of regens. Let's just see where Kylian Mbappe actually is, because it's huge that he is not playing at all in this final. So let's have a look of where exactly he is. Kylian Mbappe, so Martial injured. He is out for 6 weeks, so he misses out. Mbappe injured, out for 5 weeks. He misses out. Also, the likes of Kimpembe, he's out for a couple of months. And Pulisic is out for 3 weeks. Timo Horn, no, not even registered either. And that is a huge miss for them. 3 or 4 massive players. Plus Neymar's carrying a knock as well for a couple of days. So he's not fully fit. Yeah, could be hopefully an easy run out for us in this final, but they are Paris Saint-Germain and they are a very good team. Been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. Got faith in you and you can make the difference in this final. Let's kick off. Let's go and see if we can win another Champions League. Tellier throwing the ball in, finds Teresiano, but it gets blocked out, but comes back to Tellier. Diop is there and heads just over. Going on the attack early on. Tellier in swinger into the back post. Diop, he gets cleared. Balcone's there and he drives it just wide. First blood to Newcastle in this final. Had a real good opening kind of 15-20 minutes, and then we come again. Teixeira driving forward into Fetiart, coming off the front, finds Moise Kean into Teresiano, quickly to Embolo, and his shot always going wide, put too much whip on it, and always kind of going away from goal with that shot. 25 minutes gone, still 0-0. Just before half time, Kean with a ball, but it looks like it's been pushed. And Moen is going to have a look at the footage. Going to VAR, think it's going to be a free kick. Digne going through the back of Moise Kean or even pushing him, and he's going to have a look at VAR. Comes out on the pitch. What is he going to give? He's going to give, yeah, free kick just outside. It looked like that from first angle, and it's going to be Tellier to whip this ball in. Can he find a blue shirt? He's trying to find someone at the near post. Paris Saint-Germain get it clear, and that is going to be half time. Very cagey affair from the two teams. Going to keep it calm. I'm just going to say I'm far from pleased with what I've seen there. They all look fire. People like Moise Kean not playing well. Teixeira not playing well either in that middle of midfield. Hopefully in the second half, a little bit more from our creative players. Dembele, outswinger, whips that ball in. Rakitic comes and claims. Now, can we hit them on the counter-attack? Rakitic goes short to Zagadou, and Moise Kean is in absolute acres, and he does find him on the counter-attack now. We drive forward in mass. Moise Kean trying to get that through ball to Teresiano, and he just can't make it. And now Ousmane Dembele on the counter-attack for Paris Saint-Germain, trying to get that ball over to that right-hand side, finds Paulinho and makes Rakitic make that save and pushes it round for a corner kick. Tellier corner, 5 minutes from time, outswinger, tries to find Zagadou with that near post, and it fires wide, and it looks like we're going to go to extra time here. Going to go positive for the final couple of minutes, see if we can push forward, and we are into extra time in the 90 minutes, and El Naldo into the over the top to the striker, but Zagadou covers really well, and we go from the back and we go forward. Teresiano needs to win that header, but Jung beats him in the air. Felix now, but it's a poor pass, and Teresiano pounces on it. Adolfo's gone the other way, and it looks like Castillo has brought him down, but it's not going to be a yellow card. It's just going to be a free kick. Tellier, can he dink the ball into the back post? He's got a couple of seconds to play, trying to get in the back post, but I think there was push in the penalty box, and that is going to see us at full time. It's going to go into extra time now. A little bit, Paris Saint-Germain came back into the game in the second half. Going to get into the team talk and just say, far from pleased again, and Embolo not liking that, so I'm going to bring him off, and it's going to be Will Perry to come on that right-hand side. Also, we're going to bring off Moise Kean because we do get that extra substitute, and Marin's going to come on for the extra period. Let's start this second half. We've gone positive, hoping for some action in this extra time period. As I say that, Paris Saint-Germain come forward. Canello is there and he drives forward, and it's just wide from the young Portuguese man, and Paris Saint-Germain nearly went 1-0 up. Neymar is now on. Tellier, free kick, goes for goal. Adolfo pounces on it, and it's a great double save from their keeper. Adolfo should be putting that away. Will Perry, out swinging corner, on 100 minutes now, trying to find Adolfo at the back post, and he nods it wide. But action coming in this extra time period. Now, just before half time in this extra time period, and it's going to be hopefully a chance for us. But Paris Saint-Germain coming forward. Neymar on this left-hand side, driving forward, and Larison covering really well. But Digne whips that ball in, and Zagadou gets the ball clear. Only as far as Camario, and that is in. Pedro Camario puts them 1-0 up, literally just before half-time in this extra time period. Rakitic, I think he got a hand onto it, but not enough. Digne whips that ball in, good header away from Zagadou, and he just beats Teresiano to that ball and puts it into the back of the net. 1-0 PSG. Here we go then. Last chance to get back into this game. Last chance to try and win it. Adolfo straight from kickoff. Nearly got through. Castillo does a great block, and it's a corner kick. Got a little bit more attacking with the forward players. Perry whipping that ball in. Can't find a blue shirt. And Larison should recycle that ball back to Tellier into Porcone, and that's going to be the end of the highlight. We need something from our boys in this final few minutes of this game, trying to fire him up, trying to find something. We've gone attacking, final kind of 3 or 4 minutes left now. Dominated this game, really, to be fair, and Paris Saint-Germain look like they're going to take the Champions League away from us this season. Alathabal through to Dembele, driving forward. Can he make a second goal? He can't. Rakitic saves really, really well, and that is going to be it. It's going to be Newcastle 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1, and we only finish this season with 1 trophy, and that is the league. And yeah, it's been a terrible display, actually, to be fair. None of our boys really firing on all cylinders, and Camario, the youngster in the middle for Paris Saint-Germain, settling this tie on 107 minutes. And all in all, our boys, as you can see here, just did not play to their ability. So that is it for us this season. Series A in the bag, and not a good season, but could have been better. Won the league, won the European Super Cup, won the Community Shield, but we knocked out in the Carabao Cup, knocked out in the FA Cup, and lost in the Champions League. So there probably will be some massive changes to the squad this season. Lots of people did underperform this year, really, to be fair. Attacking wise, weren't as clinical as we have been in the past few years. So boys will be sold and new boys will be brought in. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me in the Series 9 opener tomorrow at 5:30. Do all the ins, all the outs, and might even play a game as well. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also tick the bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, when we bring you the opening of Season 9, potentially our final season before FM20 hits, I'll see you soon.